We've been living with the inmates of Orange is the New Black for 3 seasons and 39 episodes now. And whether you binge watch the entire new season the night it's released, or you watch slowly week to week like our ancestors from the 90s, one thing is for sure, power shifts quickly in Litchfield Penitentiary. With an ever-growing cast of characters, we've grown to understand the lives and motives of dozens of inmates. Based on real-life prisoner Piper Kerman's memoir with the same title, the show has grown far beyond the 2010 book that serves as inspiration. It's also expanded its perspective of our on-screen protagonist, Piper Chapman. The show is no longer a fish-out-of-water story about a privileged young woman. Now it's about everyone in the Litchfield ecosystem. The prisoners, guards, accountants, rabbis, you name it. I'm Chrissy with Cinematica, and today we are figuring out the ultimate power rankings of Orange is the New Black. We've seen many inmates come and go, Miss Claudette, Rosa, Tricia, V, Mercy, Nikki, just to name a few. But for our tried and true inmates who are still with us today, who's the top dog? Who's running the show? Who's got the most respect and agency in this powerless penitentiary? Let's take a look at our fiercest contenders. Number 7, Aleida, the manipulative leader. When we first see Aleida in the pilot, she's slapping the hell out of her own daughter Dayanara, so that's quite the power move. She's definitely got the drive to be top dog as well as the manipulative prowess. She is the sole instigator of the heinous hate crime enacted on Sophia at the end of season 3, and she knows how to shake down the rich mother of a pornstachioed ex-guard. However, as it stands, Aleida is not top dog of Litchfield. Why not? She's angry, she's calculating, she loves ordering other people around. That sounds like a top dog to me. But she's too concerned with her own agenda to really achieve lasting power. She seduces Bennett the minute she knows he has a thing for her daughter. Then she works with Red to put the biggest con of the series into action, framing Pornstache for raping Daya. Her actions are motivated by what works for her and what works for Daya. But she could be really careless if she's running the show. All she really wants to do is control the lives of the people in her family. I mean, basically, she's like the Kris Jenner of Litchfield. Number 6, Taystee, the charismatic leader. Without a doubt, Taystee, played by Danielle Brooks, is one of the most beloved characters on Orange is the New Black, and she is also beloved inside the prison. But what exactly are her top dog qualifications? Well, she's extremely well read from her time working in the library, she nails the job fair interview at the beginning of season 2, and her loyalties run deep and strong. Her friendship with Hussein is the strongest relationship on the show, Black Cindy and Taystee are the liveliest combo paired together on screen, and she's got an older sister-like way of nurturing Suzanne, aka Crazy Eyes. She even welcomes So-So into her group with open arms. People would definitely follow Taystee to the end of the earth. The only thing holding her back from being top dog is the fact that she doesn't want to do anyone harm. Her biggest strength is her positive attitude. If she were to become top dog, she would have to backstab and scheme, and that is just not the Taystee way. Number 5, Norma, the silent leader. Sweet, gentle Norma. First introduced as a silent follower of Red, we slowly start to see her grow into her own functioning person, not in relation to Red or Gina or anyone else. What makes her a worthy candidate for top dog is her rise to godlike status through the back half of season 3. Superstitions run high in Litchfield, and many women are looking for something to believe in. Norma's silence, comforting smile, and belief in herself as a divine figure brings her a gaggle of followers. However, Norma will never be top dog because religion is fickle, particularly in prison. Just look at Pensatucky's fall from grace. The once fundamentalist Christian hate-monger is now BFFs with proud lesbian Boo. Norma's divinity won't last long, and there are too many skeptics within the walls of Litchfield for her to truly be a top dog. Number 4, Suzanne, the eccentric leader. Uzo Adoba's performance as Suzanne, aka Crazy Eyes, is highly lauded as one of the most compelling performances on television, winning her 2 Emmys and 2 Screen Actors Guild Awards. But is inmate Suzanne a contender to be a top dog? If we're just talking about season 1, when her claim to notoriety came from her endearing crush on Piper, or as she calls her, Dandelion, then we would say no. If we're talking about season 2, when Suzanne had an undying devotion to new inmate and aggressive top dog chaser V, then we would again say no. But if we're talking about season 3, when Suzanne, after dealing with the fallout of V's escape, begins writing erotic stories so captivating that other inmates begin writing fan fiction for said stories, we would say being a top dog is in the cards. However, here is one major reason why Suzanne could never be top dog. Her emotional vulnerability makes her too easy to manipulate. Number 3, Gloria, the passion player. She runs the kitchen and runs her crew. Her eggs are apparently amazing, and she's one of the few people in Litchfield who isn't constantly putting her foot in her mouth. We've seen Gloria go through a lot of ups and downs, the up being the kitchen. She definitely felt in her element when she's leading others, and she truly does care about her prison family, the down being her real family. Throughout the entirety of season 3, we see Gloria having serious communication and connection issues with her son Benny. The stresses of her real family outweigh her commitment and focus on prison life, leading her to leave her head of kitchen position, thereby sacrificing her power. The end of season 3 is not Gloria's shining moment. A disagreement with Sophia leads to a lot of rumors and violence that don't end well for Sophia, leaving Gloria with a lot of guilt. She's not in top dog position currently, but don't count her out in the long run. She's got the personality and confidence for power, and with a few more upswings, she could easily move right into top dog position. Number 2, Piper, the wordsmith. As much as the show has turned the focus onto the community of Litchfield and less on the perspective of the not-so-perfect Piper, her story and growth throughout the show is still incredibly fascinating. While most inmates are illuminated through their flashbacks, Piper's flashbacks are more exposition. We truly learn more about Piper through how she interacts with the people in the prison. When it comes to being top dog, Piper's greatest strength is also her greatest weakness. She is a master of words and motivational speeches. Just take her motivational speech to Red about finding the elusive chicken in season 1, or her chilling speech about what prison really is to a delinquent visiting teen in a wheelchair, and more recently, her rousing panty monologue after she's created a profitable panty selling business within the prison walls. However, she constantly puts her foot in her mouth. She reacts to things with words, and sometimes that's not the best. Like when she told Healy to F off, and then she spent more time in the most magical place on earth, the shoe. Although, near the end of season 3, we saw a very different side to Piper. One where she prioritizes actions over words. Like when she straight up framed her Aussie partner with benefits, Stella, after Stella steals all her panty money. Like her white ink tattoo says, trust no bitch. Piper's way with words, her tendency to sell out the people close to her, and her thriving panty business make her a pretty strong contender for top dog. But there's still one inmate she can't overcome. Number 1, Red, the comeback kid. Who at Litchfield has had more of a roller coaster ride than Red? Played by Kate Mulgrew, Red begins the series as the powerful head of the kitchen. The first power move we ever see in the series is the infamous bloody tampon she serves Piper. She's got loyal followers and people she cares for, but things turn sour once she loses her job as head of the kitchen for a drug bust. Red doesn't know how to exist without power, and she makes an ill-thought-out attempt at sabotaging Gloria by inciting a grease fire, but only manages to isolate herself from her loyal followers, Gina and Norma. She then uses the garden as a way to get her power back, but becomes the target of a vicious attack by V. What makes Red the top dog is that when she's on the hunt for power, she doesn't think of who she's hurting in the pursuit. Like when she preys on Healy's sad marriage and lonely disposition to worm her way back into the kitchen. And she doesn't let a setback, or lots of setbacks, derail her quest for power. She's smart, focused, and emotionally untouchable. She ends season 3 back on top as the head of the kitchen, thereby securing herself in the coveted position of top dog. Because she who controls the food controls the game, at least for now. Thanks for watching Cinematica's Orange is the New Black Power Rankings. Which inmate do you think is top dog? Let us know in the comments. And if you like this video, check out some of our other videos by clicking the annotations and links in the description. We have new videos dropping every week, so let us know what you want us to cover next. And if you like getting more from your movies and TV, subscribe to Cinematica, where we help you watch smarter.